your girl Brittany Kiss, and today I'm coming to you with a super quick video because I'm actually on my lunch break, and I just want to take advantage of some time that I have right now to talk to y'all about some things that might be beneficial. So this video is going to be called 5 Things I Wish I Knew Before Becoming a Nurse, and I have some notes, so that's what I'm doing if you see me looking down. Number 1, I wish I knew about all the opportunities in nursing. Like, when I first started nursing, I thought about only traditional bedside nursing. That was what my scope, my vision of what nursing was at that time. But no, you have opportunities to do contract nursing, opportunities to work as a travel nurse, opportunities to do per diem staffing. And these are things that you can use to increase the amount of income that you're going to get from nursing, and also decrease the amount of time that you have to spend actually working. And like, I hope that you love your career and everything, but at the end of the day, you know, our time is so important and it's valuable, and we don't get time back. So if you can find a way to maximize your time and increase your flexibility of your schedule and increase your income, that's a win-win-win. So I just wanted to brush on that. There's so many different opportunities in nursing besides traditional bedside nursing, and also even just sticking to traditional nursing. If there is something that you are tired of doing, you can always switch it up. Look into the different, areas of nursing outside of, just med surg or maybe cardiac. There's mother baby, there's labor and delivery, there's oncology, there's rehabilitation nursing, there's hospice. There are so many different avenues you can get into, and you can hopefully find something that suits you and your personality, your desires, your characteristics. Hopefully you can find something that suits you. Then number 2, nursing abuse. Okay, I'm gonna touch on this really quickly. It's really rough out there sometimes. A lot of these hospitals are working with, bare minimum staff, and it creates a lot of stress for nurses who are responsible for the care of, all of their patients, and they have a really big load, but they don't have the resources at times to be able to be their best self. And that's really frustrating when you want to do your best, but you feel like you are unsupported or sometimes set up for failure by your hospital. So I would just say, knowing that it can be kind of rough when you start concerning just patient to staff ratios. If I would have known that, I think I would have just come in maybe not expecting so much. I wouldn't have been as disappointed or as let down. So I just want y'all to have y'all mindset right, and to know what you're walking into. I hope that you get into a really good situation and you don't experience that, but chances are, if you're a nurse at some point, you'll experience working at a place that is really severely possibly understaffed. So just be mentally prepared. Remember, cross your I's, dot your T's. Documentation is everything. And be safe. Take your time. You're only one person. Ask for help, document, talk to your charge nurse. Reach out to all the resources you can. Also, just nurses not being able to get, sometimes you don't even get a lunch break. You're on your feet for all those hours. Make sure that you just do what you can to protect yourself. I used to bring note cards with little scriptures on them that I would go over. I would always try to bring my lunch. So even if I couldn't get a proper lunch break, at least I could, throw something in my mouth, like step into the break room for a second and just pop a freaking Pop-Tart in or something. So the third thing would be the value of self-care. I cannot stress this enough. If you are taking care of other people, you have to make time to take care of yourself. I personally think that every nurse should have a massage membership. You have to have something to balance you, whether it's yoga, whether it's prayer, whether it's meditation. You have to make time for yourself. So just the importance of self-care, how important that is for nurses. I wish I had really, knew about that, or considered like how important that is. It's a necessity for you to take time for self-care, especially for everybody, and especially if you're a nurse. Number 4, the shady business of hospital politics. That is like a whole nother video in itself. But and I'll go a little bit deeper into that another day. But sometimes hospitals can do things to try and save the budget that is kind of messed up. Like, they will maybe call you in, put you on call, and then cut your hours at the end of the week so that you don't get any overtime, which is really messed up, because the reason why you agreed to do on-call was to maybe, one, help them out, and two, increase some money. So now you had me sign up for on-call at the beginning of the week, and now on my last day of the week, which might be a Saturday, and that's the last day of your actual scheduled shift, and they'll cut your hours on Saturday in order to make sure that you don't get any overtime, which is very, very shady. So things like that go on, and they might get you a few times when you first get started, but you'll learn the nursing politics and how you can set yourself up to try and avoid things like that happening to you. And then the last thing, and there's more than that, but we'll talk about that later. And then the last thing would be just understanding the importance of saving. That is so important. Getting to know what a 401k is, and just making a plan for how you're going to save your money, so that way you can tell your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. So I heard that quote and I really liked it. But I'm going to get out of here. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Till next time, it's your girl, Brady Kiss. Oh, like and subscribe if you like this video, and if you want to see more from me, please subscribe. Later.